Hey y'all, Melbell here with a bonus reading for the month of August. I realized that I didn't really mention the Lionsgate when I did the monthly readings for everybody until I got to the last group and it dawned on me. So I did notice a theme, and so I want to jump back on here. We're going to keep this under 15 minutes and cram all the information in. So the theme that I got that I think is really important for bringing into this event is to, keeping in mind that the Lionsgate stays open until August 12th. So you've got time. You still have time. I think it's really important right now to let go of the past. So you may have found that past, whether they're relationships or experiences, choices that you made, are coming back to the surface, maybe in the form of memories, of flashbacks, what have you. And oftentimes when we get an uncomfortable memory come to the surface, we kind of want to shake it off, push it down, push it away. And I think it's really important that we imagine when this is happening that we're seeing it lifted off of us. Like it is time to let it go and no longer hold it. And I don't think that people have the intention to hold it. It's just that it's you'll push it away and you're actually retaining it with that action. And so instead, maybe sitting with it for just a minute and imagining it releasing. Because the big message I have right now is go in light. Get as light as you can. And so journal writing, like if you want to take a moment just to write it out, things in the past that still follow you, that still, whether they just follow you in your mind, or they're repeating patterns, now is a really good time for starting new, starting fresh, examining where in your life are you struggling, where do you see things continuing to circle. Those are the patterns you want to break so that you can go in and really experience something new. So for some people, life is going good. But I would say for most people, there's some place that you can improve upon. Some people may find themselves being just really stuck or on either on pause or having this this fresh start, this possibility for a fresh start. And what do you want to bring to this opportunity? Okay, so I did take some notes because there's a lot going on besides the Lionsgate, and it almost seems like that phrase that people often say is really true right now, which is the universe is conspiring in my favor. It seems really real right now. And so, for example, the full moon is on the 9th. So we're going into the Lionsgate, and then we are going to have a full moon. That full moon is a sturgeon moon, and it is about abundance, financial stability, community, and it's in Aquarius. So you may find that there's a rebellion, and a little maybe unconventional ways of money coming to you, or unexpected ways. And Mercury goes out of retrograde on August 11th. So that's even freeing up for you for this. Like it seems like things are aligning for us. The energy of Aquarius is very much about freedom and the collective good and what's good for the whole, groups, community. So if you can find yourself a group to be a part of, seek people out, but choose to come out of any hermit activity for after the Lionsgate, and see where you can connect. See where you can connect with a group of people, because that's where there's going to be a lot of power and energy. But the biggest thing is letting go of the past and past patterns. And let's see, anything else? Venus and Jupiter also align on August 12th, which is also going to be a really big. There's a lot of planets doing a lot of things. I'm not an astrologer. I'm not going to go deep into it. You can look it up, or you can go to different astrologers online and see what they have to say about it. But there's a lot of alignments. The new moon's on August 22nd, and it's the Virgo new moon, and it's about long-term goals and community. And so that community thing keeps coming up, that group energy of Aquarius. Like, there's, even though it's in Virgo, it's Aquarius is also group energy. So there's a big message there. And maybe your past maybe prevents you from wanting that, from wanting to be connected with others. Or want to trust to throw your energy into a group as opposed to doing everything yourself. Maybe you're used to doing everything yourself. Whatever it is, when you are releasing the past, you could actually write down some key points where you see that either I need work, or this particular situation, this particular person that I am not even involved with anymore keeps coming to mind. Why is that? And just being willing to release it and let it go. Really let it go. Think of the Ten of Swords in tarot. Often has the image of somebody with a bunch of swords on their back, walking with them, or there's also images of people who are just laid out, covered with swords in their back and all sorts of stuff. Horrible image, right? But it's the end. It is the end of a cycle, and we're going into a new cycle, and we want to let that shit go so that we can be lighter, so that when we move into this new energy, we can capitalize on all of what's available to us. I really feel that abundance is available, and it's going to be very magnificent for us if we can let go, because energetically, the past anchors us, and it will stop us from experiencing the whole of the good. So just because we don't get rid of all the past stuff doesn't mean that we're not going to have any good energy from this. But the lighter we are, the more we capitalize on the new energy. And I think that's super important. Now, I don't normally use this deck when I come on here, but this is the Gateway of Light activation. I think it's fitting, very, very fitting. By Kyle Gray. And I'm just going to pull a card, and we're going to close out this with that. I'm just going to check my notes too. Yeah, Venus and Leo on August 25th is career, public image, and success. So very, just a lot of good vibes in August, you guys. Lots of good vibes. And capitalizing on those good vibes is going to really help you. I would say this is setting us up for next year. That's what I'm getting as well. This is setting us up for next year. Now, that doesn't mean nothing's going to happen this year. Interesting. Okay, I love that for us. Yeah, next year's going to be lit, you guys. Next year's going to be lit. This is what I got. Akashic Stargate. Okay, I will read the bottom of that to you. But look at the multiple options, multiple doorways, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. So I think that's super important to talk about real quick is we might be at a place right now. When I say might and we, I don't want to speak for everybody who is watching this, but the theme I am picking up on is that everybody has an opportunity to walk a different path, different than what they are walking right now. Maybe there is a sense of a change in the air of wanting to make a change, but being a little afraid of what that might mean for your finances, for your family, for your living situation. Maybe being afraid that if you walk this new path, then that means you're not going to be able to make a lot of money, or for example, and that's the past. That's an anchor. That is an anchor in the old, outdated thoughts. They could be past life thoughts, not even just like this life. Like that if you were a healer in a past life, maybe you just depended on the village to come bring you food and you couldn't go do things if you wanted to. Like you couldn't buy a new dress. Someone brought you a dress. Like with that in mind, that's the past. That is the past. And whatever you can do in the now to shed that, the better off you are. Now, there is no wrong path, meaning you can choose from multiple options. It's not like you're going to get smacked because you chose wrong. Okay, so if you find yourself being offered a number of different opportunities, don't approach it as one of these is right and the rest are wrong. This is more about what do you want, what's going to fulfill you, what's going to propel you, because the possibility is that all of these options can be beneficial. It's more about what are you vibrating towards? What do you want? What do you want? And then if you want that, right, and you choose this one thing and you experience it, and then you're like, I don't want to do that anymore. That's not what I want anymore. I've tasted it. I want to do something else. Then do something else. Who says that you have to make a choice and stick with it for the rest of your life? That is the change. That is the difference and the energy that's coming in for us. That those old, outdated ways of thinking are not coming with us. Now, we as individuals can carry the false, old, outdated thought forms and experience that old way. We can keep going through it like that, but that's our choice. That is our free will choice. And the mind is a powerful thing. So we can sit in the illusion of not having a choice, okay? Or we can go ahead and do this. We can go ahead and look at all the beautiful options, okay? There's no bad options. There's no bad opportunities. We just have to choose based on our heart. And it's really important to get in your heart. Get in your heart. Make sure that you're not mistaking your ego and mind for a heartfelt desire. Like, where is it really coming from? Is it coming from fear or is it coming from love? And since we still have 1 minute left, we're going to end with one last card from this deck. Super glad that I decided to pull, or I should say maybe it is we, because it is my divine team and me here, from this deck. Again, this is a Gateway of Light Activation Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. Beautiful, wonderful deck. There we go. Ooh. Thoth. So, THOTH. I encourage you to check him out. Look him up. THOTH. Light codes. So, again, big major time right now. Light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. So really powerful time for us all right now. I strongly encourage you to capitalize on this moment. And if you take nothing else away from this reading, that you please try to let go of the past. Shed as much as you can and walk through as clean and light as you can. And that is going to make all the difference for you building up into the new year. 2026 is going to be a different kind of year, and there's nothing to be afraid of. But it's going to, it can be momentous. It can be magnificent. It can be life-changing. We are laying the groundwork for the new in the end of this year. So I don't think there's anything else that I can say to you guys to drive home how important this is. But the universe is talking, okay? There is a symphony going on. There is a song being played, and you have to listen. If you don't listen, you'll miss it all. And I don't mean that you'll miss the opportunities. I mean, you will miss the song. You won't hear it unless you are paying attention. You need to pay attention to it and align with it and do the needful, as they say. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.